Hey y'all, happy Thanksgiving and welcome to Cooking with Coach Amy. I am going to teach you how to make the most beautiful, delicious turkey you've ever had. Well, maybe not ever. I don't want to compete with your mama, but I, for years, have done our family's turkey. And I used the Pioneer Woman's recipe, and then I came across some ideas for THM and came up with this idea for a brine. A brine is pretty much just a salt bath for your turkey. So we're going to get started getting that going. So we're going to do 4 cups of water. A cup of salt. A 1/4 cup of super sweet, a swirl of blackstrap molasses, we're also going to do the peel of 1 orange. So I just cut it up and then I just scooped the inside out. My kids are going to enjoy munching on that. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of peppercorns. Let me do it this way. Okay. And the leaves of 1 sprig of fresh rosemary. And I used the colander trick where you pull the stem through the hole of the colander. Like, it was perfect. Doesn't this look fancy? Okay, and then we're going to just kind of stir that up. And we're going to let this come to a boil. Guys, we're back. So now our brine has cooled. I can get the lid off. All right, I'm gonna give it a little stir. We're gonna keep the lid off. We're gonna add a little bit of cool liquid to it. Sorry, y'all can't see that, can you? All right, a little bit of cool liquid to kind of cool it off before we want to put it in with our turkey for the brine. Now, what we're going to do is let our turkey sit in this overnight. It is partially thawed, and so by the time it is, our 24 hours is up overnight type thing. You could do any time between 10 and 24 hours. You want to thaw your turkey 30 minutes per pound, okay? So that's how long it's typical to do that. Now, after you've opened up your turkey, you need to make sure that you get, so this is the bottom. On the top of your turkey down here under the skin flap, there, that's where the giblet or the gravy packet is. Be sure to remove that. And then we're also going to reach in here and get out the neck. So that's kind of gross. I don't do anything with that. All right. Now I have already rinsed my turkey. I'm gonna let it kind of drip right there for a second. Rinse my hands. Okay, now, y'all see that I have a stock pot here. I have seen, and I have done this before, where I use the drawer of my refrigerator. I think I got that idea from Pioneer Woman. This is a turkey roasting bag. Preferably, if you could find a brine bag. Reynolds used to sell them, but I haven't seen them in a while. So I'm just going to put the bag inside of my pot, as you see here. I'm going to use this thing right here to pick up my turkey and put it in. Now, I like to let it kind of go to the side there so that most of this can be covered. Now, this is not perfect because I just don't have a big enough pot for the turkey. The Walmart pickup picked this one out for me. And so we're just gonna do what we can. This is still a bit warm, so I'm gonna check back in with you guys in just a little bit. I don't wanna put my brine super duper hot in here and compromise my turkey. Okay, friends, that's just Coach Amy keeping it real. I don't have, 6 turkeys lined up in case anything goes wrong. So, therefore, we're gonna take a second and check in and out with each other, okay? I also wanna let you know that I totally put some ice cubes in here to speed up the cooling process. You do what you gotta do. All right, so now all we're gonna do is dump the brine mixture that we put together over our turkey slowly. Oop, I lost that orange peel. Oh, it smells so good. All right, I'm gonna do this. Get some of the orange and peppercorns down in the center there. All right. Beautiful. All right, now I'm gonna kind of manipulate the turkey to go down like that so that I can be sure the breast gets a lot of this mixture. That's the best part to me. And we're gonna use this to just slowly add more water into our pot. And we're gonna fill it up. Well, I guess I could just do this. I'm not used to having access to my sink. Okay, now like I said, my turkey is ginormous. The Walmart people were super generous when they were picking it out. So last time my turkey was not this big and it fit perfect in this pot. So all we're gonna do is cinch up the bag very carefully. If you can try to get the air out, that's great. And Bella has made a spot in the other refrigerator for this pot. So I'm just tying it up like that. Let me dry my fingers a bit, friends. Make sure I get that tied. Okay, so essentially what would be best is that you have either a larger pot for a turkey this size, which mine's almost 19 pounds, or a smaller turkey. And I mean, it's a big old stock pot, but anyhow. So I will try to include a photo in a moment. We'll see, fingers crossed, of my pot sitting in the refrigerator because I know y'all want to see that, don't you? All right, I hope y'all enjoyed learning how to do a brine. Y'all, okay, I'm back. It's been a little over 24 hours because, you know, life, but we're going to pretend that this is Thanksgiving morning and we are ready to get our turkey going. So we have it still in our pot in our roasting bag. And guys, I really hope we can find some brine bags this year as I get closer to Thanksgiving, because that would be super great. But this bag has held up wonderfully. Be sure, let me grab mine, here it is, that you put a strainer in the bottom of your sink there, because remember, we've got orange peels, peppercorns, and all that. So we're gonna use our handy dandy handle here, and yes, you've got a raw turkey in your sink. So, hey, this is still in the bag. So we'll just leave this like this and throw it out. Anyhow, I did want to remind you to definitely clean your sink before you put your turkey in here. And then afterwards, we gotta clean it again. So what we're gonna do is just rinse our Okay guys, we've got the turkey rinsed. Now we're going to use a drawer out of my refrigerator. This is actually from my extra refrigerator because the Walmart people gave me the ginormous turkey, right? So we're just gonna place it in the drawer and we're going to fill it with fresh cold water. This helps remove the saltiness from the skin, and we're only gonna soak it in the water for about 15 or 20 minutes. And you don't have to move this anywhere, it can stay right here. Okay, look, things aren't always perfect, and I'm just gonna tell you right now, I might not be able to get the top of this ginormous thing covered, but I'm gonna go to the tippy top. Okay guys, it has been about 20 minutes, so we are going to get the turkey out. We're going to set it on a mat. I've got a papered chef cutting board, and I laid paper towels down to pat this side, and now we're going to use some paper towels to dry off this side. So dry your baby off. Get under its arm. So I'm just kidding, you don't have to do all that. Okay, we've got it dried off. Now we're going to put it on the rack. We have removed the handle that was in there. It was very nice to have, so I hope you guys have a handle on your turkey. Okay, now my turkey has the precious little poppers on the side, and that's how I know it's done, and I love that. So check that out. Now, the Pioneer Woman recipe that I use talks about tying the legs off with kitchen twine, but I've never had kitchen twine, so if you want to do that, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Okay, at this point, let me dry my hands a bit. What we're going to do is cover the turkey loosely with foil. My oven is preheated to 275, and we are going to cook it. We're going to cook it, I think it's, hold on, let me grab my paper. I tried to remember it, but I couldn't. 10 minutes per pound, and I have about a 20-pound turkey. All right, friends, so I'm gonna get this in the oven. Hey y'all, forgive my blessed heart, but that's gonna be about 3 hours. So I'm gonna bake it for 3 hours on 275. Okay guys, I'm back, and y'all had a little wardrobe change, sorry about that, but I know y'all really don't care. So what we're gonna do now, we have the turkey out of the oven, okay? And we are going to get ready to make the butter rub for the turkey. So I already have a stick of butter softened. It's been sitting in this bowl, getting nice and awesome for us. And the next thing that we're gonna do is get an orange, and we're gonna use a vegetable peeler to get the zest off of the orange. Be very careful. This is a Pampered Chef tool here, and it is super, super sharp. Now what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna remember here, slice very thin. So they're not as cute as I would love for them to be, but it's all right. Okay, so we got that done. I'm just gonna put it in my bowl with my butter. Okay, next thing up is I'm gonna show you guys how to do the rosemary. So these are sprigs of rosemary, and we're just going to pull them through this colander, and then we're going to chop them up. I'm just gonna pull off the top ones there. This is so, so neat. So I'm just putting the stem here. Oops. Y'all, it worked the other day, I promise. There it goes. Isn't that so cool? I think this is neat as it can be. So now we're just going to cut these up. If you don't have fresh rosemary, dried is okay. I have a little cut, guys, from my vegetable peeler. Be careful. I'm telling you, this thing is sharp. Okay, and now we're just gonna do a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper. Super, super simple. Super, super delicious. Okay. Okay, let's get all of this out of the way, and we're gonna bring over our turkey. Isn't that great? Okay, so it already has gone through the first stage of cooking, right? So now we're just gonna mix up our butter mixture and smear it all over. And it's going to be the most beautiful golden brown turkey once it's done. Okay, so there's our rub, all right? Now look, sometimes, guys, I have found that it's just easier to use your hands, but do whatever you want to do. At this point in my Thanksgiving turkey game, it really doesn't hurt my feelings to use my hands. It's a messy job, but somebody's got to do it, right? You're gonna use your spoon to get in the crevices though, because it is really hot. Really hot. Who likes the leg? I am making a mess. I love the leg. I'm like, ooh, save me a leg. And they all look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, no, I'm serious. That's what I want. Y'all, it's just melting right off. So beautiful. Now, what I do, I just leave this right here. That's the way I've done it the last few years. So you can give it a try, see if that's how you want to do it. I also throw some in the cavity just to kind of give it some yumminess. All right. Okay, let's check out the instructions here. All right, it's totally covered. It's happy and nice. Now what we're gonna do is return it to the oven. And we're gonna be watching, remember the little button that's over here? Y'all can't see it, it's red, little red button. We're just waiting for that to pop out. So we're gonna get our baster and we're gonna baste it every 30 minutes. So set a timer. We're gonna move the temperature up to 350 and we're gonna set a timer for every 30 minutes until the little thing pops out, okay? Hey y'all, guess what? The turkey's ready. I only had to baste it 2 times, so it was just in the oven for an hour. Let's get it out. Are y'all ready? I already took a sneak peek. It's beautiful. I gotta use those CrossFit muscles for this big old thing. Oh, isn't it pretty? Oh, I'm so excited. So I went to baste it for the 2nd time and my little thing had popped out. So it's ready. I'm actually gonna move it over just a bit. Now, I have this precious turkey plate that I got at a vintage store. It's like not anything really special, but I think it is so cute. And we're gonna put the turkey on it, guys. All right, let's see if we can get it moved without making a huge mess. Yup. Okay, it's a little crooked. Do we care that it's a little crooked? No, this is crooked turkey. Hey, what else would we expect from 2020, am I right? Okay, so if you're watching this in 2021, hopefully we've had a better year, guys. Bless America. Okay, friends, I just want to take a second and admire how beautiful this thing is. Oh, it's so pretty. I'll include a picture for you guys. All right, guys, thanks so much. I hope you have been empowered to make your own turkey. It is a process, but it's so worth it. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.